Sorry, the Russian, slicked back ballerina look. I teased my hair last night for our 80s party, so it has been unteased now and is like this big grease ball. So, Italy, it's our last vlog of me trying to catch up on all our adventures this summer. It's been like 2 months since we were there, so I figured might as well get it done / gone. So, Italy, it was the last of our 3-country world tour, Robert and I. And then obviously you guys have seen where my cousins came and Robert left to go back to Saudi. And so this was our last little time, just the two of us on our journey. So we got to Milan from Belgium and we spent a day touring around the city. We got there and actually Robert needed a haircut. And so he called this place that he found on maybe TripAdvisor. I don't actually know where he found it. And he got this haircut, this fancy place, and he ran to go do it. And I checked us into the hotel. And the hair, he came back with this bag of belongings, and he was like, I got so many things. And he ended up getting hair. I wish I had some of these hair oils and conditioning treatment and styling cream. They totally sweet talked him into thinking he needed all these things, and so now we have a regime. He has a hair routine. Need to get myself together. A hair routine where he rubs it in or whatever. But it looked good. It was a good haircut. And then we went to a nice dinner. We got to see a beautiful vision of the Duomo in Milan. Robert read the book Beneath a Scarlet Sky, and I was reading it while we were there. And so we got to see the Duomo and walk around Milan. And they had these scooters in Italy. They had 4 different types. There was lime, and I accidentally turned it off. Oops. Anyway, they had these scooters. And so instead of hailing a taxi or trying to take the subway because everything was in another language, we just got on these scooters and scooted through town, which was really fun, but we wanted to save money, so we both got on one scooter together. And wrapped my arms around his chest, and we just scooted through the town. Which was so scary because most of the roads were cobblestone, and so we were as we bounced along. Let's see. So we went to Milan, and we did a day trip to Venice. I think actually we went straight to Venice the next morning. It's so long ago. This is why I need to do it right then because I forget. So we went to Venice. Venice was nice. It was smelly because everything was waterlogged, and it's actually sinking underwater. Right, the water levels are rising. It's sinking, so. We took a gondola. That was my second thing I wanted to do that was touristy. I wanted to ride a camel, and I wanted to ride in a little gondola. And the guy, even sang a little bit to us. So picturesque. And so we were in our gondola, and I fell asleep. But he did wake me up to show us where the front door used to be, and it was where the ground floor was, and it was underwater. So that's unfortunate. What else? In Venice, we tried to find me a hat. Instead, we found Robert a hat. But we walked all through the streets. We went out on this pier across the water. We went to the museum. Some of the museums were under construction. We went into some churches. We followed the sounds of bells, and we ate delicious pizza. I mean, so good. You'll see a picture. It's massive. It's a Sbarro piece of pizza. Venice was really nice. It was romantic. But then we went to Verona, which was way more romantic, and we stayed the night in Verona. We were right next door to Juliet's Tower. So for those of you who do not know, Verona is where Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare is set. In fair Verona, where we lay our scene, 2 lovers quarrel, something. And so I ended up, I didn't put it in because it's kind of embarrassing, but I did do all of the prologue to Romeo and Juliet, at different locations. I said different lines and then combined them for a video. And I sent it to my family, my parents and my siblings. If you want it, ask them for it. Or me, I'll text it individually, but I'm not putting it in the whole thing. I thought I was cool. The people around me probably thought I was just another tourist. Anyway, we loved Venice. Not Venice, Verona. I would live in Verona in a heartbeat. Our hotel or our Airbnb was in this little tower. It was in a little apartment in the tower near one of the main squares, and so we got to walk around, and there were street vendors and fruits, and so we got in at night, and it was beautiful. We walked and found some gelato, and then in the morning we didn't realize that where we were, right on the other side of the wall was this big farmer's market every morning. And so I got a thing of fruit. Robert was still sick, so he didn't eat fresh fruit, but I got a thing of strawberries and apples and bananas, which we didn't realize we missed because here the fruit is like imported from a million miles away. And it's good, but like you can only eat it like the day you get it, or it's gonna be gooey and gross. So it was nice to have some fresh fruit, and it was so good. Their cantaloupe was like the best cantaloupe I've ever had. Anyway, we walked through Verona. We toured it. We didn't scoot as much in Verona just because it was so much smaller. It was a smaller city, but it was just, oh, it was so nice and it was so pretty. Went to some museums. We walked around, I think, a church. Verona was really, it was nice. And then we went back to Milan just for a little bit more of the tour. We went into the Duomo this time. I had to wear this like, you know the like padding they put on a dock? If it's not paper and it's like that weird paper fabric that they put on like a doctor's table. It was like that, but we had to pay for it because I was wearing a skirt, and heavens forbid the Duomo, the cathedral, sees my legs. I mean, God gave me these legs, but apparently nobody can see them. So I wore this like weird paper sack thing. It was so annoying because, of course, Robert was in shorts, and nobody cares if they see his knees, but my knees, life-changing, altering. But we also got to go on top of the Duomo, and we decided to take the stairs, so we like went. And Robert's got some really cool pictures of us like on the top of the Duomo, like looking out over Milan. It was very high up. Dad, I don't think you would have liked it. But all the great pictures are taken by Robert, so shout out to him. Every time I do these, recently especially, I've had to get the pictures from his phone because he is like an incredible photographer with his phone and with the new fun camera he has. So shout out to him. If you like the pictures, let him know because he does a great job and he like gets the angles and tilts and edits, and it's all him. So I'm lucky that I don't have to take any pictures. I just get to enjoy the moment, and Robert gets to take all the pictures. But we ended up getting mocktails by the Duomo as well. So we were like 2 stores up from like the main like shopping area near the Duomo in Milan. And so you'll see a picture. I drank a mocktail, and we had like pizza, and we could see the beautiful Duomo and like the, I don't know, area around it, the courtyard, I guess. But everywhere we went had delicious mocktails. Everywhere we went pretty much had great views. When we were in Verona, we walked along the river, and it had an incredible view. We went to a theater in Verona that was like one of the OG like Roman theaters. So of course I did some Shakespeare there. And I mean, everything is just stunning. Italy's great. I would live there in a heartbeat. The food is so good. I'm pretty sure I would gain like 1.5 million pounds if I lived in Italy. But honestly, it would be worth it because all the food is good. All the drinks are good. Everything I tried was delicious. And then we ended up going to Rome, and we were looking around, trying to find the Last Supper. Maybe we were in Milan, I don't remember. But we were in Milan or Rome, and we were like, oh, the Last Supper is here. Like, we should go see it. The big painting and the fresco. And we were like, oh, we got to go see it. And so we ended up getting there, and they were all sold out of tickets. So Robert said, oh, we had to have been in Rome because we were there another day. So Robert was like, okay, well, when is their next availability? We're here. We'd like to see it. And the lady was like, oh, of course. Typing on a little computer. And she was like, let me see. Oh, yeah, we've got some availabilities. Are you available in November? Robert was like, the month? No, we're not available in November. We'll be gone. We leave in like 2 days. So, yeah, you apparently have to book like 4 months in advance, which we didn't even know we were going to Italy 4 months before we went to Italy. So that didn't really work for us. We didn't get to see the Last Supper, but we did get to go into this like really beautiful church where it used to be. We got to learn about why it got moved because there was bombings and water damage and stuff. It was very interesting. It was alarming. Like, I feel like they need to post that somewhere and say, you have to, you really have to book in advance. But alas. And then we went to Rome. Scoodle-booted all around Rome. We did a cooking class in Rome, and it was amazing. It was a pasta making class. It was us and like a couple of Americans, maybe some English people, South African, Australian girl, Puerto Ricans maybe. Someone else from like our side of the world. And we cooked 3 types of spaghetti. I got Robert a spaghetti maker for like a pasta roller maker thing for our anniversary, so we can do it here in Riyadh and pretend we're in Rome, even though we're here in Riyadh. And it was delicious. We made 3 types of pasta. We made ravioli, spinach and ricotta cheese ravioli with like a red sauce. We had like an olive oil sauce with like a fettuccine, and then a creamy white sauce with like a angel hair spaghetti. It was so good. Every single thing we ate was so good. And then for dessert, she gave us coffee ice cream. It was all yummy. And then I'm trying to think what else we did. We went our hotel in Rome the last night before Adam and the girls got there. We stayed in this like I just googled like the coolest hotels to stay in Rome, because why not? And it was like this. It was this. It was like they took a room out of like a Italian palace from the 1600s and like put it in an apartment complex. Like the walls were like velvet and everything was red velvet. Everything. There was a big wardrobe. No bathroom in the wardrobe, but still a big wardrobe. And there was a hallway. I think there's a video of me being like, "Please come look." And there's a bunch of like musicians on the walls, like posed, painted, and like a boob would be out as she's playing the lute or whatever. So it was very nice. So we had our own little space before our trip together ended. And it was really nice. Italy was really fun. I wish I could remember more of the things we did. It's gone. I'm sure I'll think of something, but it was so incredible. You'll see in the pictures. I mean, it's just amazing. This whole country. Greece still has my heart, but Italy is a close second. I keep telling Robert the next place we move needs to be in Europe, but I'm giving him strict parameters. It's got to be like the UK, but that's at the bottom of the list. And then Spain or Greece and Italy. Like those are the 4 options. Nothing else. France, no. Germany, no. I want these 4 places. They're beautiful and I'm in love. And they have seasons. And I would be okay being hot and sticky in Italy because it's Italy and they have pasta. And I also took a lot of pictures of my food because it just came out so beautifully. I mean, it's spaghetti, but it came out gorgeous and you just wanted to eat everything. So anyway, poor Robert didn't get to eat a lot of the food because, he was still poisoned from Egypt, even though that was 2 countries ago. But here we are. Went Milan, Verona, Venice, and Rome. And we had a great time, and the girls got there, and Robert got to see them for a hot second, and we went to the fountain and through, changing the fountain. Starts with the T, that fountain. And then Robert had to go back to Riyadh. So yeah, that was Italy. Enjoy the photographs of our wonderful time together, and keep you guys posted. Welcome to my humble abode. Wood paneled ceilings? I believe so. Right this way. Watch this. Do come in. We get to sleep under the breasts of a woman playing a very odd cello, and other women peering over her shoulder. It's the musician's room. No bathroom in this wardrobe. But we do have wooden drapes, and that's really cool. The bathroom's ordinary.
Bathroom's normal.
But the
Here she comes.
well, hello there. Welcome to the formal living room slash dining room slash reading room. We don't know what it's for because it's all in Italian, but it's stunning nonetheless. Bam, Robert. Yet another ceiling with paintings and gold crust. It's getting a bit insane. There's Robert. I know it feels like we're in the same room, but we're not. We're in another room, equally as grotesquely decorated in gold and paintings. On the ceiling. The ceiling. Don't be deceived. This is yet another, even larger, golden ceiling with pictures. Look how big the room is. That's Robert. This is me. This is the ceiling. Fetch me my long sword, ho. Oh look, the dog. Oh look, the dog. Oh look, two dogs. Look at this sweet doogie. Did you get your mom? Oh look, a dog. Hey look, a bird, a man, a dragon. What are you?